You want to do a countdown?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right. Hey, friend. Welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark and sell them hopefully for a profit. Today I have 7 items. Oh, 7 items that sold in the last 24 hours. Oh boy. I actually have 3 more that sold in the last 24 hours, but I'm going to ship those tomorrow. We can talk about that later. I have one thing that sold overnight on Depop, and it was super unexpected. I have a question I need to ask you, some advice, some thoughts that I want to talk about at the end. It's going to be a fun video, I think. These are some boots that sold. These are Clarks. Let me see if I can show you. Clarks are pretty common. I find them a lot. I don't know if I would recommend buying them. These are called Chukka boots, and I just know that because I Google lensed them. But these have an average sale price of $28.91 and a 22% sell-through rate. These I have had for 19 months. 22% sell-through rate for sure is a low sell-through rate. Very low. And so that could be why they took so long to sell, but I was right at the right average sale price. I had them listed for $30 for a long time. I lowered the price to $25, and then they ended up, I have a 50% off clearance sale going on right now. It's all items that I've listed in 2023 or summer items. So this is definitely an old item that ended up in that clearance sale. They sold for $12.32 plus shipping on eBay. They paid a total of $23.42. I paid $5 for them at a consignment sale that is run here in our town seasonally. It's like twice a year. And that makes my profit $7.05. So probably this wasn't the best $5 I could have spent, but I made my money back. Made a little bit of profit in the meantime. My son is scootering in the garage here with me, and I hope it is not too distracting and too noisy in the background. I apologize if it is. One of the things I love about reselling as a job is that my kids get to be with me. So that is, I don't really want to tell them to go inside. You know what I mean? All right, these also sold in the 50% off sale. Did they? Yes, but I don't know why they were in the 50% off sale. Other than I think I put some items that were priced lower than $20 in the sale just to kind of try to get things going. These are Torrid, and they're just some like really heavyweight leggings. They're very nice. I would probably call this a ponte knit because it stretches both ways, this way and this way. I did not put that in the listing. So I just looked up Torrid Leggings, which is a very basic search. These are a 4X. For me, Torrid sells best and fastest when it's 4s and 5s, which is 4X and 5X. These I've had for 7 months. So the average sale price for Torrid Leggings is $17.40 with a 14% sell-through rate. Mine sold for $8.98 plus shipping. So I had them priced right at that $17, $18 mark. They paid a total of $19.73, and I paid $2.50 for them. Like I said 2 months ago, this was just at a local thrift store in my town, and that makes my profit $7.42. I did make a little bit of money on the shipping there. Still struggling with the calculated shipping. I have gotten some really great thoughts, advice on the calculated shipping. Switching to flat rate. I haven't completely made a decision yet, but I do think I'm going to be switching to flat rate fairly soon. Calculated shipping has worked wonderfully for me for 3 years, and it just has recently started to not. So, okay, I kind of want to just play an experiment and see if it helps to increase my sales. This is why. This is why. This is a really cool jacket. Very cool, vintage. I'm pretty sure it's vintage. Oh yeah, I would say that's vintage. Look at that tag. The 100% cotton. It's Karen Scott. Oh my word. How cool is this? I would call this a Madras plaid. I might be incorrect about that. But I'm pretty sure that that's correct. Anyway, there was not good comp information. I had this listed at $35. I got a $20 offer and went ahead and accepted it. Then after I accepted the offer, I got a message saying, thank you for accepting the offer. I'm a viewer, which thank you so much. Appreciate that. And this person said, I would have loved to have offered more, but guess what? The shipping was so high. And they did. They paid $32.10. So I paid $12 in shipping. So that is, you know, a little on the frustrating side. I think overall that still is a good price for this very cool jacket. But I wish there was a way to avoid the messages, and I'm wondering for every message how many people don't send a message and just don't buy my item. Does that make sense? Anyway, thank you to the person who bought this. I greatly appreciate it. So cute. I bought this at a thrift store, a different local thrift store for $1.47, and that makes my profit $18.33. And again, yes, I did make profit on that shipping. So it all, I think that there should be, I don't know, a little bit of overage in the shipping because I have to pay for supplies for the shipping. My time, of course, is involved. You also pay fees on shipping, so that's something to think about. This is kind of a fun sale. Yesterday, I don't know if I said in my video, but I probably should have, that I had a sale and it got canceled. And this was it. So this sold yesterday, it got canceled, and then I got another offer on it that was actually $5 higher than the original offer, and so it sold, which is amazing. But this is Chico's Zenergy, and this is a vest, like a full zip, kind of performance weight. It's stretchy, like athletic, if that makes sense. It has this fun, like silver detail seam. I thought it was really cute. The average sale price is $17 for a Zenergy Chico's vest with a 27% sell-through rate. I bought this at a little thrift store. It's called something like the Karen Share Thrift or something like that in Kokomo, Indiana. And I've had this for 4 months. The buyer offered me $18, so I probably had it listed around $25. That's usually what I price my Chico's items, unless it's something that comps higher than that. They paid a total of $26.85, and that makes my profit $15.95. Pretty great. I love that. All right. Little man has stopped swiggering and is digging around in random things in my garage. All right. While I'm just was thinking, I wonder what your favorite thing about reselling is. Maybe that should be my question of the day. think it's gonna be, what is your favorite thing about reselling? Or if you're not a reseller, but you like watching reseller content, because clearly you do. Uh-oh, what happened? Did something fall?
No.
What is your favorite thing about reseller content that you enjoy watching? So that's the question of the day. I'm asking it early. All right, I have a couple little fuzzies I gotta pull off this thing. All right, so this is a scarf. So these are, I have 3 listed and 3 sold soccer scarves. This one has, I thought it was Michigan State. It's not, it's Mississippi State. I think I Google lensed the little tag here, or maybe I Googled the colors. I'm not really sure. Anyway, this one is knit, real like chunky knit. The brand is The Game. I don't know that the brand matters, but scarves that have team names, soccer, seem to sell. And around this time in the fall. So there was one I sold that was like a Cincinnati football league. And then the other one that sold was a Germany one. And then this one. And then I've sold some before this as well. So I'm not sure this is gonna fit in my bag. It's just in and out. He's so busy today. There's lots to do. If you don't know, I have 4 children. They are 17, 14, 8, and 6. So yes, I have a large spread. It's 11 years. Keeps us on our toes. All right, this sold, I forgot to tell you all these things. 1846, I did soccer scarf. So very basic search. 1846, 15% sell-through rate. Hey, what you need?
What bucket is your medals in?
Oh, we're not gonna get into that right now. You can look at Dad's trophies. You can look at Dad's trophies, that's fine. This sold for $15, and that's right around where all of them sell. I would say $15 to $20. In my experience, I'm sure that there are some that are worth a lot of money. $26.20 is what they paid with shipping. I've had that for 2 months. I found it at the bins where you pay by the pound. I average that my cost of goods is $2 for each item. So that makes my profit $12.34. Pretty cool. This I'm not going to completely unfold, but this is a quilt topper. I'll show you the pattern. Pretty cute. It is handmade, and I don't know that there are quilt toppers that aren't handmade, but here I'll show you the back seams on that. It's just really cool. There was one spot on it at the edge, so I would imagine someone would cover that up. I'm not really sure. This sold in 4 days. The average sale price for a handmade quilt topper is $26.54 and 21% sell-through rate. I know I have sold at least one more of these. I always look for and at quilts. I don't exactly know what I'm doing with quilts, but I always do try to look them up if I find them in good condition. Oh my word, sometimes they're so trash.
Are you doing a video?
I am doing a video.
Computer right there?
The computer is in the dining room. You don't believe me?
No, I'm trying to pen. I can't find it.
Here, I have these. Thank you. Appreciate that, kiddo. All right. It's busy today. This sold for $25, which is right on par for the average sale price. I had it listed for $30. Someone offered me $25 on Poshmark, which is great because when you sell on Poshmark, I know what I'm getting into. I know exactly what my fees are gonna be, and I don't have to worry about shipping. I can use priority mailing. I really do like Poshmark. Oh, you found them? I don't really want you to get into that though, bud. I paid 52 cents for this quilt topper. It's an average cost of goods at my old favorite thrift store recently. It sold in 4 days, like I said, on Poshmark. My profit is $19.48, which I love. Love that so much. All right, then I had 2 Poshmark sales, 2 Depop sales, which are always fun and like a surprising little extra. This is a vintage sweater. If you watch me at all, you know I like vintage sweaters. This is La Tigre. I don't know. I always think of that dumb Ben Stiller movie where he's a model. Oh my word. Anyway, also probably vintage. Is that movie vintage? I don't know. This is made in the USA. It's a chunky knit. It has a crew neck. All good things. The average sale price on a vintage sweater, crew neck, chunky knit is $28.96 with a 13% sell-through rate. However, I find that these sell pretty well.
Wait, did you get like the popcorn?
I did not get the popcorn this time.
Oh, over all those.
Okay. Oh, we just got groceries last night, and you know, if you're a mom and you have kids, you know that when you get new groceries, that's all they want to do is eat them all immediately. Ay. Anyway, and especially my teenagers who are just eat like teenagers. It's great. This I had listed for $30. I list almost everything vintage for $30 unless comps tell me to list otherwise, usually higher. And somebody offered me $22. So on Depop, I do paid shipping. I don't know if that's the right thing to do on Depop. Somebody in the comments said Depop is its own beast, and I feel that so much. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And now my furnace has come on, so this is kind of just like a hot mess video, but it is what it is. It's real life. Okay. They paid $22 plus $9 in shipping, so a total of $31. The fee was $155, and I ship through Pirate Ship for Depop, and my label was $6.63. I bought this, a friend of mine had a garage sale, and I went over and bought a few things. I paid $3 for this sweater. It was listed on Depop for 3 weeks. It was listed overall for 3 months. And my profit is $19.82. So I'm only listing 4 things a day on Depop, so sometimes things just don't get listed very quickly on Depop. And that's okay for me. It might not be okay for you, but for me it's okay. Okay, this was the surprising thing. Okay. So this on Depop, I have listed Y2K stuff, grunge, goth, all my vintage sweaters, most of my vintage sweaters. I'm trying to get them all on there. And somebody, I have heard 2 different people say, oh, Peter Millar sells on Depop. Oh, all my Carhartt I put on Depop. And I was like, Peter Millar on Depop? That sounds so weird. So last night, I have 3 Peter Millar items. This is not a brand I find super often. I've had this for 7 months. I listed it on Depop last night, and it sold full price overnight. It's Peter Millar Windbreaker. I was like, what? I don't know. It's cool. It's got like a little pocket here in the back. Is it in the back? Yeah, it's like a back pocket. I don't know. Anyway, for $40, which is great. The average sale price is $29.23 with a 40% sell-through rate. So I had this listed at $40, knowing I send out 20% off coupons, offers, not coupons, offers. I have a 15% coupon on eBay all the time. I run sales, like thinking I would hit close to that $30 mark. And with 40%, that's a really good sell-through rate. But for some reason, it just did not sell. And then overnight on Poshmark or on Depop, there it goes. Just was a really surprising, kind of fun. It's a metal.
Is it opened?
What do you mean, is it opened? Oh, I don't think so. It's a pin. It's like a metal that you pin to your shirt. So they paid $40 plus $8 in shipping. My fee for Depop was $2.17. My shipping cost was $4.43. It is very, very lightweight, and I thought I took that into account, but probably could have gotten away with charging $6 or something in shipping, but that's okay. And I paid $3 for it at apparently my old favorite thrift store, which is kind of strange. $38.40 is my profit. I am thrilled with that. That's crazy. Even 7 months later, I'm good with a $34 profit, $38 profit on something that I spent $3 on. That's amazing. Super fun. That was extra chaotic, so I cut it out. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink of water. I would suggest you do as well. Hydrate, so important, so good. This is Spindrift raspberry lime. It is my favorite Spindrift. It's sparkling water, and it actually is like actual fruit. So good, so good. It's all my stuff from high school, bud.
What is it?
It's just stuff from high school. My profit for the day. So that's the items that were paid. I'll get there. All the money that I was paid, including shipping, subtracting all of my shipping costs from Depop and eBay. I don't have any shipping costs on Poshmark. Subtracting all of the fees from all of the platforms, subtracting my cost of goods. My profit is $138.79. I am super, super pleased. This does not count the 3 items that sold overnight that I will ship tomorrow. Super pleased with that. It's just, thanks for bearing with me. If you stuck around to the end, you're amazing. And I really, really appreciate you. So here's my question. As I'm saying it out loud, as I'm starting to say it out loud, I'm realizing there's this scene in Friends, and I can't remember the end of it or the beginning of it, but at the end, Chandler's like, oh no, my diamond shoes are too small. That's what I kind of feel like a little bit, but if you remember, or if you don't, a while ago, I found Chanel in the bins, 2 sweaters and a skirt. I stressed over them for so long. I contacted the RealReal, thought about sending them there, decided against doing that. I didn't want to list them on eBay because I was scared of the repercussions if they turned out to be fake. eBay is my primary platform, and so I really want to protect that. I have heard that even if the items are real, that they will say that they're fake on Depop, and you'll get kicked off of Depop. If I get kicked off of Depop, it's not the end of the world, but decided not to list them there. But I did decide to go ahead and list them on Poshmark, because if something is over, I believe it's $500, they will authenticate it. That is a name tag from Papa, from something that I was in high school. I cleaned out my attic like 2 weeks ago, and all the bins are still in my garage, and I need to put them back in the attic. Right now my son is having a good old time going through them. Okay, so I listed them. Hey bud, let me finish this, okay? It's just a couple more minutes. Thank you, bud. Okay. I listed them on Poshmark. I listed the skirt, I think for $600. Don't quote me exactly. I listed one of the sweaters for, I think, $700 or $800. And one of the sweaters was 100% cashmere, and it had a button-up back. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I listed it for $900. And last night I got a offer on Poshmark for $300, which, if you watch any of my videos, $300 is a lot. It's a lot of money. But if I look at the comps, it's worth so much more than that. The average sale price for a cashmere sweater, a Chanel cashmere sweater, is $830. That's average. I was looking through some of the sold. Some of them, not even as pretty as the one that I have, sold for $1,200. And so I was talking with my husband about this, and I'm like, I really don't know what to do. About a year ago, I found, I think it's Me and M, like an M-E plus, the plus sign, E-M is the brand. And it's some European brand. I found this suit, and it's a women's suit, and it is like $800 brand new. It was new with tags. I found it in the bins. I listed it for $400. Somebody offered me $180, and I declined it. I probably countered, because I don't usually just decline. And I still have that suit. And right now, it ended up in my 50% off sale, and somebody could come in, and I lowered the price to like $300 at this point, so somebody could come in and buy it for $150. And I was like, is it worth it? So anyway, my husband and I have just been kind of talking back and forth, like, do I just accept the $300? Do I wait? Do I counter at, I send out 20% off offers anyway, so do I send counter at the 20% and see what happens? I'm not really sure. I don't have a lot of money tied up into this since I bought it at the bins. It, cost me $2, probably less than, because it's very lightweight. Beautiful, beautiful cashmere sweater. Not a thing wrong with it. That is my letter, my athletic letter from high school.
How does it have a basketball on it?
I don't know why it has a basketball. I did not play basketball. I'm not sure. I only ran track in high school. Yeah, I'm curious what you would do. Would you accept the $300? Would you counter? Would you completely decline? I don't mind holding on to it. I was talking to my husband, and I was like, maybe if I bought it for $100 and I had $100 wrapped up into it, then maybe I would want the quick sale to double my money real fast. But that's not really the case. But there's a part of me that feels real greedy to like wait for more money. But at the same time, I want to value it. It's worth a lot of money. I'm not sure. I'm curious what you would do. Please, if I decide to do something that is different than what you would do, please let us still be friends. We can't all do the same thing. That would make life really boring if we all did the same thing. Oh my, so much noise.
Is this supposed to go on there?
I am not really sure. Can I see it? No, that's a piece of garbage. Okay, thank you. All right. I need to go before it gets completely off the rails. We're already off the rails. We started off the rails, I think. Anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate you hanging out with me sharing bits of my life, however chaotic that might be with you, and bits of reselling, however insane and up and down that may be. But this was a great day. I'm really pleased. So I think that's it. Thank you so much. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. If you didn't, you can not like it too. That's fine. Just hit that thumbs down button. Believe it or not, that actually still helps the engagement. I don't know how YouTube works really, if I'm being quite honest, but apparently that helps the engagement too, which helps other people see my video. I don't know. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.